Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to all my new subscribers. I've been away for a while and I'm kind of sorry about that. It's been maybe 6, 7, 8 weeks since I was able to really upload any videos. I've been really busy, luckily, and a lot of travel, a lot of airplanes, a lot of flights. Haven't unpacked yet, and just trying to get things back going now. I definitely have more time starting now that I can make more videos. So that's good news number one. Good news number two, I want to introduce a couple of new types of videos that I want to be making. So the first one is today's video, which is going to be MoTec quick tips. And I really want to shorten these videos up. There will be some overlap, I guess, on topics that have already been covered in the longer videos, but these are just generally going to be one quick little idea, one quick little helpful hint, simple little things, and hopefully they'll be very short and sweet videos that you guys can enjoy. And after that, I also want to do more setup sessions where we just do the, just me basically going online, going to track and developing a setup and doing a couple of quick changes. I want to at least learn how to make that a little bit more efficient and watchable. And possibly also I want to do more on the driving, the analysis, especially once we get to the end of the MoTec Monday series. Eventually it has to come to an end because there's not going to be much more to do. Once we have our workbooks fully developed, then it's just straight to analysis. So more analysis and more on the driving, and I want to do a little bit more helping drivers not only set up their cars, but then also use the data analysis tools to improve their driving. So that's what's coming up. Another idea that I had, which I'll probably discuss on the forum as well, is maybe if you guys would enjoy doing a live MoTec session, I suppose, where you can ask questions and I can try to answer them live through the chat, and just doing it live on YouTube. So maybe we can do that as well. But anyway, let's get to work. Today I have a quick tip. And this comes from the questions that I get on my YouTube videos, which is about the setup that I have. You'll notice that in different pages I display my setup information, like here on the suspension. I do like to have my compression and rebound for the dampers listed. And I get questions about how I do that. And that is a new thing, or relatively new, that iRacing started exporting. It's a really cool luxury. And basically I do this to streamline, when I started sim racing a long time ago, I used to have a notebook, and I've gone through many of these, journal, elementary school journal style folders, books. And I would just fill up the whole thing. But, you have to go take notes. You have to be very scientific about it and very disciplined and with your note taking. And the same thing you would have to do here, where you come across the, you get off the sim and then you have to keep track of what the setup was that you were running. So it requires good note taking. But since we don't have that kind of time anymore, especially us that are much older gentlemen, this is a much easier way of doing it. So now MoTec can accept these bits of information from iRacing, and I can just put them up on a page. So here I have a dedicated page that I've made for car setup. This is my workbook for the Porsche. So, but I haven't really, I only have one right now. And once I finish tweaking it and getting it perfect to how I want it and fully developed, then I'll make, copy folders. And I'll have, I'll change it and everything. So today's quick tip is just how I do this. So you go to your maths, and I have, preferably you go here, create new math source, and then that will create a new grouping right here. And I have one called setup values. So this just includes all the setup maths. And you basically just go add new expression, and let's see. So then usually all the setup stuff is all the way at the bottom of this list. And right here you see it shows up. It's all car setup. And let's see, we don't have anything for diff clutch plates, so then you just basically click on that, and that's it. Clutch plates don't have units, so that's fine to change that and leave it there. But let's say if we were on, let's say, fuel level, then you definitely would want to make sure that you have your units correct. So fuel level, we might put volume. No, do we want to go with that? Well, we have liters here, so we could do that. Make sure that you always keep these up to date, and make sure that you go through and always add in your quantity and your display and resultant unit. That makes math conversions or other work a lot easier later on. And then you assign it a proper name. So let's go back to clutch plates. Diff clutch plate. And then I think I put like setup. Diff clutch plates. And decimals, we don't need any because it's going to be a whole number. And then there we go. Oops, that's not right. And that's how we do it. Then you can come in here and you can add in our new value. Diff clutch plates. And that should be added at the bottom. And I have it as liters because I didn't change that. So it needs to be unitless. Much better. And there we go. So now it's reporting diff clutch plates of 6. Of course, this is not the Porsche. Now the other thing I wanted to discuss is that this changes based on cars because every car doesn't report the same amount, the same information. So what car is this? This is the Ford GT. So the Ford GT probably has different names for the ARBs. Doesn't have springs. It has rotational springs, torsional springs. So the spring rate and all that, these things are all broken and they're not displaying any information. And you'll notice that as I change cars, so now this is the Audi R8, boom, now it fills in, and now we do have a spring rate, and now we do have this. So this is definitely going to have to be a case of you either have a lot of redundant channels here that may, you might have to put ARB and then the car name or something like that and just have them all listed, or you can have just specific workbooks for specific cars, kind of like I will, but I don't right now. But every time that something breaks on you, it's because of the car. So like this is for the Porsche, and the Porsche doesn't give a spring rate. That has to be kind of like deduced from the wheel rates and stuff. But you can go in there and you can see, now I can go back in here and go to any one of these channels and then look at, so this breaks. It's red because it doesn't exist anymore. This is not data that's being exported. There is no channel for it. But what is rear ARBs? Just check that the names, in some cases, might be changing. So because I know that in some cases the wing angle is now reported, but it's a car that does have a wing and does let you change the wing. So perhaps the name of the wing is changing. So that's for the Ferrari, that works. But what car is this? The Audi R8. Obviously the Audi R8 has a wing, and we can change that. So let's see, set up wing angle. Why does this not work? Maybe because it's a letter, not a number. Okay, well, I think it's not being displayed. So that's just, every car you have to deal with differently. In any case, this is how you do it. This right here is just a setup or a channel list, and that's a really easy one because you can to use, because you can just kind of highlight lots of things, and you can go command or control, oops, You can go control and select everything that you want, boom, and it hits the list. That's really easy to make. And, or you can basically set it up kind of like how we have in the garage, and you can use other tools to display the information here. Like you can go setup, and you can put anything that you want. And you can use these types of things, but then it's a little bit slower, but it might suit how you want it to visually stand out better. So like in the case of my tires, I have it here, my tire pressures. This is cold pressures that I did the same way. And it shows up in other areas as well. So I use them throughout wherever I need that information that's relevant to me. And now you can use them too. So this has been a MoTec quick tip. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe to keep up with the series, and let me know what you think about these new ideas for future video series that I'm hoping to be putting out in the future. So for now, so long.